Well, my next guest knows a thing or two about cooking and nearly everything else. She's a blogger, she's a photographer, a ranch wife, and mother of 4. Millions of readers read her award-winning blog with her confessions about country life, motherhood, and of course, cooking. Pioneer woman Ree Drummond joins us this morning to share her favorite easy-to-make one-dish recipes you'll love even if you don't like to cook. You are speaking my language, Ree. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Danielle. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks
I love talking about food, so I'm excited.
We're excited to have you here. Hey, why do they call you the Pioneer Woman?
You know, Pioneer Woman has always been meant to be a tongue-in-cheek designation. So I always say I grew up on a golf course. I wound up marrying a cattle rancher, so my friends called me the Pioneer Woman when they found out I was moving to the country because they just couldn't believe it.
That is funny. From the golf course to the ranch to a rising star on the national food scene right now. Congrats to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, you've got some great cookbooks out right now. What are your kind of essential ingredients for preparing that kind of home-cooked meal? It's got to be easy, it's got to be tasty, and it's got to be quick.
Well, I'm married to a cowboy. I have 4 kids, a couple of whom are pretty picky. So for my everyday life, it's not about what, impressive culinary treat can I make for them. It's what grub will they eat. So, it's really about having on hand what I need. And I've found through the years that that really is a way to make dinner time easy for me, just having the basics in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. So I have kind of a checklist of things that I always try to have on hand when supplies get low. I bulk them back up. Veggies, for one, of course. Fresh veggies are great, but frozen veggies are really great to stock things like green beans and peas and corn. And then, of course, raise your hand if you love pasta. I do.
I do.
So I have tons of dried pasta in my pantry. Then I have breads and tortillas. That way I can make sandwiches, wraps, panini, tacos, quesadillas, anything like that. And then, of course, just basic proteins, chicken, ground turkey, ground beef, things like that. And anyone who has watched my show or read my cookbooks or website knows that I love butter. It is the essential cooking ingredient for me because you just can't duplicate the flavor or color anywhere else. I am proudly a Land O'Lakes girl, so I've been using Land O'Lakes butter that has a little bit of olive oil and sea salt mixed in. It's really delicious. It's kind of the best of both worlds. And I'm going to make some turkey meatball sliders. It's one of my kids' current favorites.
Oh, that sounds great.
They are so good. I started with a couple of tablespoons of butter with olive oil and sea salt, and I made just simple turkey meatballs with ground turkey and breadcrumbs and seasoning. And I'm going to cook the meatballs in the butter until they're nice and golden brown and done in the middle. Then I take the meatballs out. I'm going to add in some diced onion, cook it around, and then I just crack open a jar of regular marinara sauce from the pantry, pour it in, put the meatballs in the sauce, let them simmer, and then I serve the meatballs on little individual dinner rolls that I've split, and then pile some mozzarella cheese on top, put on a little extra sauce, and my kids are putty in my hands at that point. They love them.
They'll clean their room, they'll wash the car, they'll do all these things that you have to kind of bribe them to do.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, yeah. Listen,
they do love it.
I was going to ask you, at the end of the day, many of us moms out there, I have 3 boys myself. I want to make great meals for my boys. I want to make them from scratch, but I want to make it not so much work because, for a lot of us working moms, even stay-at-home moms, after a full day of doing what we have to do with the kids, having some relief would be nice. So I like that recipe that you showed us. What are some of your other go-tos really quickly that you can share with us with about 20 seconds left here?
Okay, I've got some some Thai peanut chicken wraps that are really yummy, really easy. Veggie quesadillas are always a big hit, really delicious. A real simple chicken milanese that you can serve on a plate by itself or in between 2 pieces of bread for a sandwich. And then just a real simple margarita pasta with tomatoes, garlic, and basil. Things like that, they take no time at all to make, and it really makes you not dread dinner time.
I tell you, everything looks so good. Hey, before I let you go, I wanted to ask you, how's life on the farm? Tell us.
Oh, well, right now it's very hot, but it's wonderful. The ranch is my favorite place on earth. I'm never living anywhere else. I love it. I love raising my kids there, and I never thought I'd wind up there, but it just goes to show you never know what's around the corner in your life.
That is true. I am so glad to talk to you here this morning. Hey, where can we go for more information about these wonderful recipes? And everything looks great, by the way.
Well, my website is thepioneerwoman.com, but all of these recipes are on landolakes.com, and they have really awesome, quick weeknight recipes that are really geared to moms. So check them out. They're really, really good.
Certainly will. Hey, great to meet you, Pioneer Woman. Take care,
Thank you,
Reed.
Danielle. Bye-bye.
Bye.